Hi. So I have 5,000 things to do today, but I woke up really like 7:30 this morning, was just laying there in slow motion today. This lags, I can't do nothing about it. So let me just fill you in on like one of my mornings that makes sense. So maybe you can have these same things happen to you and you're like, oh, that's what that means. Even though most people that even know me are already in certain groups that I know they know. But you never know. Okay, so this is just this morning per se. So about a month ago, maybe almost two, I got this deck. The Indigo Angels. And for some reason, when I went through this deck, I counted the cards. And I have over 30 decks. And I never counted the cards. But for some reason, there was a card missing in this deck. And it was compassion. So I called Hay House and talked to some man. And he said he'll send me out the card. And I said, okay, no problem. Because once you get a deck, it's yours. And I don't, you know what I mean? That's just like throwing it away like somebody gives their kids up for adoption maybe or something. So I was like, good, no problem. Well, a month later, something told me yesterday, or like 2 or 3 days ago, you never got your card. So I won't use the deck because it's not a complete deck, right? But if you know what an indigo is, it took me probably 34 years before I even heard that word, and probably 3 more years after that before I even realized that's what I am. So you can Google that. That's me completely. So I said, well, I never got the card. So my days are so busy. But something told me, tell my daughter, look up the number, and I called it. So I talked to a girl, and she was like, well, we're not going to have just that single card, so I'll send you the whole deck. So indigo's already been a big deal this week. Just with this deck, nothing much more. Didn't think anything else of it. So I got the email confirmation saying my deck shipped. Okay. So I wake up this morning and I have Doreen Virtue's messages from the angels, because they do like weekly messages, these tarot readers I follow, and New Age Hipster. That's another channel. Matter of fact, I'll put a link in. And, well, matter of fact, I watched New Age Hipster first. And I guess she did a reading. And the reading she did was a whole bunch of like 9 of Cups reversed and 9 of Swords. And anyway, just a lot of emotional, intense week, which we all know that because we do see what's going on in the Matrix. So she did another one with the angels to lighten up the mood for some people that can't handle that kind of stuff. And the first card she pulled was indigo. So right there, I'm already thinking, not even really putting 2 and 2 together with a deck that I was already on my mind this whole last 2 days. So I'm like, So after I watch her message, I don't really think anything else of it. And I'm like, well, since I'm sitting here, let me watch Doreen Virtue's Angel Weeks. So I watched Doreen Virtue's, and then she brings up the whole, because Monday will be 7/11 or July 11th. Which means you're on the right path. Keep going, keep steady. Even if you're not seeing progress right now, you're making progress. It has to do with keeping your thoughts positive. Your thoughts are manifesting just like that, which literally, that's a whole nother video. So I'm hearing that, and I'm like, okay, so that does make sense because numbers played a big part on my journey and still does. Anyway. So now she has my attention. So she pulls her cards, or her angel card. She used an Archangel Oracle deck, one of her first decks. And she pulls indigo something. And now I'm sitting here thinking, like, okay, that's the 3rd time indigo has crossed my path. And now I'm thinking. And then she says, remember, we signed up for this tour of duty on Earth right now. So all this stuff going on right now, we signed up for this before we even came to this. So, and so I'm listening to her, and she said, well, when things get chaotic and upsetting, we chose to come here at this time so we could be the peacekeepers, to hold that light and be portals of the absolute healing, love, and light right now that the world needs. And every time I post something, because when I first saw the shootings, my first initial reaction was like, oh my God, this is messed up. But it didn't even take 30, 45 minutes for me to see Stranger Than Fiction news, and they did a whole hour segment that Washington's shooting, that he wasn't even bleeding. The guy in the car on Facebook that got shot live with the lady, the blood spot never even got bigger. So it doesn't take long now for me to decipher these things, but I have to still be considerate of people's feelings, because and really I don't feel like I need to, because I could care less, but I do. All right, so we have to keep the faith for humanity. As you bring goodness through your consciousness, you bring goodness through the earth. That's really my whole message. And I felt like I had to make a video, even though I'm on my way to the beach to cleanse my crystals, so they're ready for a field trip. Yeah, let me talk about crystals. So anyway, indigo, Google what that is. If you don't know, you might be indigo too. And it's not, and I never even felt like, oh, am I this? Am I a star seed? I never cared, but I just know what I know. So I finished my palm reading class yesterday, and I've already emailed out 2. They take so much time. You don't even, these are maps. Your dominant hand, you're not, I mean, these are maps literally. And it's such confirmation. If you want a palm reading, I might work it out. I am going to have to make a GoFundMe though, because it's not even that, it's nothing that I don't love doing. It's just so time consuming. And so let me talk about, and it's funny because as I was hearing my angel messages from Doreen and from New Age Hipster, which I'll link below, my Joy Gardner class starts tonight, but I picked up this book, like, I don't even know when, Healing Words, The Power of Prayer and the Practice of Medicine. This book right here, I got it like since it's a library. But it was like, oh my gosh, because you know what, ever since I crossed over, I don't even use the word prayer, because I feel like that's begging and asking. Just like when you pray, you put it out there. So say you want, I can't get into all that because that's going to take a long time for me to explain. But anyway, this is very good. And it was just so funny that I was reading this as I also heard the angel messages, because it's just confirmation for me that I'm going. Plus, I had a deja vu finally like 3 days ago, and I haven't had one of those in a long time. So, example about crystals. This is elestial. I don't even know if you can see it. Let's see if I can put it behind. Oh, we're going to talk about something else I just came across. This is elestial. Look at it. If you look closely, if I had the right light, you could see rainbows in it. And this, if you do crystal grids, just Google crystal grids. These elestial, here, let me just read a little bit what elestial is. Okay, I can't do both. So let me just read what elestial is. Elestial quartz, here, let me show it to you. Elestial quartz crystals have an extremely high vibration and are powerful stones to aid your spiritual growth. These crystals are attuned to the vibration of the higher spiritual realms, and they will help you make a stronger connection to the beings there. They are excellent crystals to keep nearby as they continuously receive spiritual vibrations, which they regulate and attune to the energy of those who are nearby and receiving it. This allows you to receive an infusion of the love and light from the higher realms. Hello? At a comfortable frequency. The level required for your personal growth and healing without it impacting you in a way that may be uncomfortable. Why would you use it? Elestial. These are stones for our times, as they are in attunement with the higher vibrations and open doorways to higher dimensions. They are an amazing stone to aid change in your life and provide a stronger connection to spirit and to the angelic realms. Speaking of the angelic realm, I just came across this from another channel I'm following, and she's called Mere Priestess. These angels, which I'm pretty sure, I don't know if anybody's even heard of this. Maybe some. I don't really have those kind of followers yet. HA-MEPHORESCH, the 72-fold name. This refers to the 72 names of the expounded name Yahweh, or whatever you guys say, YHVH. 4 is the middle of the letters of the tetragram. 4 is the number of the letters of the name Adani, A-D-N-I, which is the representative in key. The later name is bound with the former and united thereto. So anyway, this number 24 of the throne is multiplied by 3 rays of the crown, which equals 72, the name of God of 72 letters. Well, we know that our mouths physically can only make 72 sounds. That's words, noise, whistles. Is it lagging? Whatever. We can only make 72 sounds with our mouth. But these are the, that's how you spell it. Google it. You're going to freaking die, especially if you're into astrology, because every single degree, there's one of these angels. So let me give you an example. Maybe I'll do a whole video about this, but I can't pronounce half the names. So let's say, all these names. We'll just start with the first angel. Okay, so it says the first angel, the names and meanings of the 72 verses. Okay. Name, Yabuhi, sign, Leo, planet, Saturn, degree, 0 to 5, meaning, God the Exalter, palms, 3, 4, and thou, old Tetramagram, art a shield about me, my glory, and he who lifteth my head. So that's the angel that rules the sign Leo, the first 5 degrees. The second 5 to 10 degrees in Leo, still planets, ruled by planet Saturn, meaning is strength. Then it does a palms little reading. And that's the name. Can you see that? Of the second, and then there's the third. So that's just going to up the ante with astrology to me. So anyway, that's going to be amazing. And she just came across this so nonchalantly, and I'm like, wow. So I guess I'll read that. I don't know if I'll ever be able to pronounce it, but I might just put it in a PDF. Ouch! I got a paper cut. I might just put it in a PDF. So back to elestial. Okay, this is why would we use this. These high crystal energy stones will assist healing on a deeper soul and karmic level. They are an amazing catalyst for change and are powerful when kept in a room with you. You can just have this sitting on a desk beside you. If you don't know anything else about it, because remember, crystals, minerals, gems, stones, they're all there. So we have Mother Earth. She birthed these gems and stones out of her. So these are all Earth's DNA to me. And they all have a vibratory rate. Remember the DOR, dominant oscillatory rate, and they vibrate at a certain rate and they never come down. Now, if you use them as healing stones, they can you still need to cleanse them and charge them certain ways because they're like living entities. Some grow. So anyway, they're amazing. They are an amazing catalyst for change and are powerful when kept in a room with you. That way they can work on helping to dissolve deep karmic issues at the level that is comfortable for your own spiritual growth. Where does it come from? Elestial meaning? The actual meaning of the word elestial relates to the base word it comes from, celestial, by dropping the C to make the new word elestial. The prefix which begins the word is L, meaning above the horizon, which relates strongly to the meaning of the word celestial, which is related to spirituality, heavenly beings, and the divine. Angelic beings are known to be part of the celestial realm, and elestial quartz has a strong energy to connect celestial beings and, in particular, the angels. These unusual crystals are one of the varieties of quartz and may be found in quite a few colors. This includes pale pink like rose quartz, lavender or purplish like amethyst crystals, yellow like natural citrine, and smoky colored like smoky quartz. Smoky celestial quartz is easily obtained and have some different metaphysical properties, while many celestials come from Brazil. There are also some specimens. Okay, anyway, you can get into that. You can do it just like I did it. So I kind of broke in the crystals, wisdom. Oh, I slept with this under my pillow last night. Selenite. And you can do that with your crystals. This costs $3. But it's just, oh my gosh. So let me just tell you what selenite is. Just a brief description. Let's see. Let's see. Selenite. Clarity of mind. That's what this does. That's what this is good for. Clarity of mind. Plus a lot more, but that's the main thing. And celestite. It tunes one to higher realms. That's this. I just got this. I wish I had more light here so you could see how pretty these are. This is not elestial. This is celestite. Look at this. You can pick them. You can just put your hand through when you pick them. And that celestite, I'll tell you why I got that in a minute. Celestite. I'm looking at the chakras. That's really what I'm looking at. Attunes one to higher mind. That's what celestite's good for. So I'll tell you how I pulled that. I was talking to these yesterday. Wisdom Healing Oracle cards, which I really need to do. I wouldn't even call it deck reviews, but just actually go through and show. Because I don't know if people are into these crystals and things like that. Is this what I pulled? No, it wasn't even this. And on this deck, they come with books and tell a whole story. And this deck likes to be charged by carnelian. Orange carnelian or tumbled is what she said. So here's carnelian. Tumbled. And raw. So I'm taking all these guys to the ocean because some of these I got and it shines and haven't cleansed them yet. So let me see if I found. This is what I pulled for mahogany. Okay, this is what I pulled for myself a couple days ago, which made me buy celestite because I really had no clue what this was. So celestite. So this is the card I pulled. I pulled, of course, out of my Archangels, Gemstones, Guardians card. And this is by Margaret Ann. Remember, I just seen her. And I like these because they give a actual Archangel's name and then like a affirmation that I could just put in my windowsill. So whenever I see it, I think about it. And this is what it looks like. So this is the card I pulled. And by law of attraction, whatever I pull, for me or you, is going to be a message you need. You can ignore it or you can accept it. So mine says, are you hearing messages from your angels? Have you noticed your life flows easily as if divine timing is working in your life? Which I've noticed. It says, peace is yours. You have a team of angels on your side, illuminating and orchestrating your life. They respond to your thoughts, wishes, and dreams according to the divine plan. And then on the back, it's a message for Archangel Uriel. And it says, I am at peace. Legions of angels are my personal entourage, helping me every day in every way. I am aligned with the divine plan. My ancestors direct me on my path. I am grateful for the knowledge they impart to me. Hello? This is the scary tarot and oracle you think this is. Like, be for real. But anyway, so that's just how my life. I just want to give a glimpse with the indigo because, I ordered that card a long time ago. I never got it. It came up sometime this week. Like, you need to check on that card. So I got through and got a whole nother deck. B, my angel messages, 2 of them were indigo. So that just makes the most sense. That's a sign from spirit. So remember, when you wake up, empty you and fill you with source or the absolute or whatever you call it. I don't call it God because it's way bigger than that. So that's just my morning. So I'm on my way to the beach. And I'll be back later. I figured out how I'm going to do this astrology. Oh, when I got off that video, maybe I'll go back to that video and put a link. I found this lady who's supposed to be the first licensed astrologer since 1961 in the United States. And I can't remember her name, but I have it in my history. And I'll put a link to her video. And she walks through each freaking house. Oops. She walks through each house and says, if the sign is in this house, this is what this means for you, the sun sign. So, and of course, that's when our births are, our birthdays. And we haven't got to ascending signs yet, but I think she does, and even does some kind of love astrology. So I'll put that link on that video, and I'll put Doreen Virtue's link on here, and New Age Hipster, so you can just kind of see. Anyway, it's starting to lag. It's getting on my nerves. Gone for now, not forever.